Hi, my name's Jose Rizo. One thing most people can relate to is having a blue day, whether it lasts a day or longer. Or have you ever found yourself feeling doubtful or not ready to handle a new situation or maybe a new challenge in life? Maybe you're waiting for someone to notice, or maybe you're just waiting for help. The help is really closer than you think because ultimately it starts with you. In all honesty, we've all had a blue feeling. Like I've said, it's hard sometimes to get that person that wants to be your shoulder, or maybe you're just looking for someone to be your shoulder. But sometimes that person has to be you. But how can we do this ourselves? I used to Google for help or answers as to why I felt a certain way, or maybe why I wasn't getting out of that mentality. And I've learned that it truly does start with yourself. It's the small things you say to yourself, and like many of us say, it's self-care. There's no better time than right now to start changing the way you think about stuff. Adding some positivity in your life, even if it's yourself doing it, is the best way to start. And I'm gonna be showing you in 3 easy steps. 1, showing the harm you do to yourself. 2, showing the benefits. And 3, how you can do it. That's pretty much it. So, what harm do you do to yourself? Well, most of us may not realize it, but when we doubt ourselves, we might say things like, I'm not enough, I'm not cut out for it, or I'm not worth it. Sakshi Kaur, one of the persons that I read, says that a lot of people start with those little things and eventually don't notice, but it takes into their own personal life. When you say you're not enough, when you say you're not worth it, you really start believing it and you start doubting yourself. You may see important chances slip away, like maybe a new job, you're just too doubtful of yourself and you don't jump on it. Or you start neglecting your health, which is another thing researchers show that is very greatly affected once you start doubting yourself a lot. You start looking at bad habits such as eating a lot of fast food and maybe not even going for a basic walk. Or one of the other things that we see is you might develop an even worse mental illness. Eventually, this could be depression, anxiety, or something else maybe you had underlying before but just broke out because you start putting yourself in that hole. So, what are some of the benefits? Well, the benefits are everywhere. Some of the benefits, like research says, is they continue to explore the effects of positive thinking and optimism on health. Health benefits that positive think may provide, as Mayo Clinic staff has said, is better sleeping habits, better eating habits, and more exercise. And just to list some, many people say it could add life to you, such as you live a longer life, it boosts your immunity, it makes you more resilient. It could also help with fighting stress, and lastly, it could also help with your blood pressure if that's a problem. So what's another benefit? It actually makes you want to go outside more. People who go outside tend to have better positive outlooks on life, such as, oh, it's a great day, let me go for a walk, simple things like that. You go outside, you interact with people, and you make connections you didn't really think you had before. But sometimes there's toxic positivity, if it's something that I want to add in here. It's when you neglect maybe a sad feeling by pretending you're feeling okay, or maybe you just ignore things in general just to pretend, or just to feel like you're doing something good. Maybe you overlook a bill that's due just so you don't stress about it, but at the end of the day, it's really causing you more harm. Well, what's the plan? How can we do something? Let's just do it. You've heard the phrase, the power of positive thinking, probably more than many times you can count. Cole True, a business mogul who does a lot of research onto how your positive outlook can affect not just your job but your life, says that it really starts with the small steps. If you're able to think about something before you say it, whether it's something negative or something positive, and you try to change the outlook on it, making it more positive towards yourself, it really changes what you're going to do. Sometimes it's easy to blame yourself for things, but at the end of the day, if it's really not your fault, It's just something that you gotta overcome. One small way you could do this is start thanking yourself for things. You know, if you did something that you didn't do before, or maybe you did something even a little faster or a little differently and it came out good, thank yourself. Maybe you got out of bed at the right time, thank yourself. Whatever it is, it really does start with you. So just add on to what you're able to do. Because sometimes it is raining outside, but you yourself have to be your own umbrella. So, what have we learned from this mindset? Well, we've seen the harm that you do to yourself, whether it be physical or mental. We've seen the benefits, and we've seen how you can do it just by thanking yourself, just taking the smart steps, and pretty much together we could all make a difference in our own lives. Thank you.